Good morning, brothers and sisters. I hope you had a pleasant weekend. The theme we are going to develop this morning is entitled Three Signs of a Spiritual Attack. Three signs of a spiritual attack. A sign is an element which makes it possible to distinguish, to recognize. A spiritual attack designates the action of dark forces on the body, on the soul, on the spirit, on the life of a child of God. A spiritual attack is a series of events orchestrated by the enemy to abort God's plan in our lives. A lot of awakening, a lot of vigilance, so as not to lower our guard. We must have spiritual cardio, well adapted and maintained in a life of fasting and prayer. We must acquire the spiritual kilos required in order not to become the prey of our enemies or of the evil one. We must put on the armor of God in order to resist in the bad days, because the devil has a plan which consists in slowing down, in blocking, in completely destroying that is the barrier of light and greatness. And to carry out his mission, he needs to establish points of contact in our lives, in the life of the children of God that we are. And this takes place in the spiritual sphere, for the spiritual rules over the physical, in order to suck us, to control us, to possess us, because the devil and his agents aim to oppress us, to manipulate our star, the evil one who likes to shake our faith, to cause us to doubt the fulfillment of God's promises in our life. The ultimate role of the spiritual attack is to slow us down in our project, to blacken everything related to us, to destroy us little by little, to remove the seal of God that lives in us. And once we are engulfed, surrounded in the grapes of the devil, symptoms such as repeated failures, faceless disappointment, stagnations, lack of confidence by ourselves, sudden irritation and anger will be common in our lives. This morning we are going to present and detail three signs that show that we are under demonic influence. First, we talk about the layers of night. Night, unwanted sex. That are the work of the husband and wives of night. Occult entities that slow down any marriage process and that militate for chronic celibacy. In second way, we will analyze the night food at night. Disgraced in night food, source of inexplicable diseases that cannot be detected in the hospital. And finally, we will try to explain the satanic dreams where we are chased, beaten, and those in which we carry a pregnancy or which breastfeed infants, when on the physical level there is nothing about it. Brothers and sisters, the spiritual world has an impact in the life of each child of us, of each one of us. And to simplify or ignore this is downright losing ground. It is important for us to know that during our sleep we are unconscious and vulnerable, especially if we have not yet put on the armor of God, which will give access to the devil and his agents. While we are asleep, the devil and his agents will deploy their armada. They later are past masters in the control, the technique, the tricks, allowing to establish spiritual contact once night has fallen or during our sleep with the children of God, not strengthened. Roaring like lions in search of food, in search of green pastures, they will make us undergo all kinds of experiments in our sleep, with the aim of killing us spiritually. This is how we often live during our sleep, all kinds of satanic dreams, all kinds of nightmares. We are transported to all types of settings, in all types of universe, from fantastic environments to horror environments. By the way, we live all kinds of illusions of our daily life. All this often aims to kill our spiritual side, hence the repetition of night, unwanted sex, or yet dreams in the life of some children of God. 9. The appears are sexual intercourse, during our sleep. They have an incredible impact on our destiny, on our couple, on our finances. In short, they encompass a panoply of blockages on their own. They constitute a real break on evolution. They handicap us, they control our lives. 9. Unwanted sex prevents any process of personal elevation and any true sentimental fulfillment. When we are controlled by a night husband or a night wife, it will be difficult for us to get married or to maintain a relationship until it leads to marriage. Sexual weakness will invite itself, as well as the lack of sexual desires. For the demonic entities will ensure the non-fulfillment of any positive process in our life. Tensions, arguments, etc. will be common. It does not matter if we are married or not. Then we have food, night food, which is eating while sleeping, sometimes with dead people, sources of night poison, source of unknown disease. Night food always carry spiritual diseases in our organism, diseases that are bizarre and impossible to detect and to treat most of the time in the hospital. And even when the various medical analyses come out, we should not be surprised to find out that the health check presents us with results such as HIV, hepatitis, etc. The purpose of night food is to impoverish us in health centers, etc., to traumatize us. Finally, we have diabolical dreams. Dreams where we are chased, beaten, chained, sometimes killed. Dreams where we have pregnancies that never come to an end. Where we have spiritual children, infants, that we nurse. We will feel like we have a family after dark. Except that this is all the work of darkness. Brothers and sisters, do not trivialize your dreams and simplify the signals we receive through spiritual attacks, especially when it is recurring. This proves that we are barricaded, locked up, and we should emphasize that everything begins on the spiritual, which is why 9 precedes day. An illness, accident, death, or blessing always take shape and are always formed, first of all, in the spiritual plane before being accomplished in the physical plane. Sickness always takes shape in the spirit world before we begin to feel either pain or bursting on the physical plane. Neglecting the spiritual is dying without knowing it, because the spiritual has a real impact in the life of a child of God. Hence, the importance of regularity in prayers, in fasting, because those who pray continuously make their cardio grow spiritually. He who gains spiritual pounds, and when such a person undergoes a spiritual attack, instantly his body reacts. He will be led to refuse intimate relationship in his dreams or food at night. Hence the importance of prayer, because only the prayer of faith gives the ability to be restored. Brothers and sisters, these signs must want us, must lead us to double our ardor in prayer. When we notice one of these 3 signs, we must resolutely enter into a life of sanctification, into a life of purification, by remaining anchored in the Holy Scriptures, while fasting and praying. This is how we will break all ties with any entity that controls our life and want to come into spiritual contact with us. Good Sunday and good start to the week.